Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ladies! Check back, check back. Raise it. 54. Hey, echo. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the run. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike, 54. Mike.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Go! Right there, 54, right there.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. In the backfield to pass protect, and sometime try to protect the QB, you hold.
And the key word, as you noted, protect, right? Sometimes you get out of position, get out of whack. It's just quarterback protect mode, and he got nailed for the penalty.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. This is Breida, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Here we go! 60 Pittsburgh. I'm here all day.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengals. no pressure. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 4-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Switch gears. Watch the eye. There you go,
Dalton hovering near the goal line. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green, and even 50 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. So Dalton now. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 33 yards that time. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A toss play to Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hands up, Larry! Right there in the middle, 55. Man, give these traps. Let's go.
And they'll turn it power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's just me and you.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to try the jet sweep with Nelson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, Charlie. Here we go. Mike 5-4, Mike 368.
Dalton here from the gun. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Go. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Get it.
They'll look to throw here. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Jim. 93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go.
Dalton now to pass. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Tackled there by Leighton Vander Esch.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Andy Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw here, Dalton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Dalton, he gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Bullock will put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. On 3rd down, Fournette. And an alley to run. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, orbit.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 6. Eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down, right?
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Ready?
They'll drop the throw. Complete to Bryant. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. The kick by Joseph is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 76 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. No problem there on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Well, they went with a fullback dive that time.
And, Brandon, when I was a kid, the fullback carried the ball equally as much as the running back, then known as the halfback. Nowadays, the fullback's job is to block. Put him out in front, let him clear a path.
They still have a couple more chances here from the one. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of one there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. And Dalton will just sneak it. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Andy Dalton, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here we go. 50, Mike 50. All right, get it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
Let's go.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Ed Oliver, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
They toss to Mixon. And an alley to run. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, 95 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trailed big here to begin quarter number 4. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 4. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Mixon. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On third down, Nixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Go!
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
2nd and 13. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
Mike's 56. Mike's 50.
They'll look to throw again. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
At the 41-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's our time. It's our time.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a one-score game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
55. Let's go, D. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd down and 12. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Check it out. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Slam, slam, slam. Watch the safety like you. Move.
On second down, Bernard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Heavy. Wide, get wide. 49, check 43.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
Nickel.
On third down, Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Now this is fielded in the end zone.